What is Magnus Carlsen's new secret idea? A brilliant game coming up. How's this video going to be useful for you? You're going to see 3 incredible tactics later on. You're going to see how Magnus started a kingside attack out of nothing. But before this, you're going to learn how Magnus sets up his pieces in a very patient manner. Magnus Carlsen has white, Nodirbek Abdusattorov has black, the top player from Kazakhstan. b3, e5 and bishop b2. Is this Magnus's new secret idea? His secret weapon? Yes, he played it a few times in the Rapid World Championships. So Nodirbek defends the center, e3, maybe Magnus wants to get more dark square control. Not right now. Magnus puts pressure in the center, Nodirbek defends, c4, getting more control in the center. So this is what I'm talking about in the intro, where Magnus is actually setting up in a very patient manner. Lots of pawns, 4 pawns on the 3rd rank, getting ready to get even more space. Black goes a5 and now bishop e2. Bishop goes back to its starting square. Why? Because black wants to strike in the center. At the moment you'll notice white's less space, but Magnus is playing a very patient game. A capture happens and now knight d2. 4 pawns on the 3rd rank. f6, defending the center. Black has a very healthy position. Queen c2, bishop f5. Has his opponent just blundered into a fork? No. Both bishops are now under attack. Check. The knight actually just comes back, and then Magnus has this really weak pawn in the center. So no way was Magnus going to fall for this. So he defends the bishop instead. Now e4 is a threat. So black gets out of the way. One normal way to play, even though Magnus is not normal, he's not human really. In some of the games you see, you can play knight e4. Put the knight in the center, something like this. Put the rook on the c file, the half open file, and then the knight might come in. But Magnus didn't go for this. In the intro, I mentioned he can start a kingside attack out of nothing. That's exactly what happened. g4. This move just looks it just looks wrong. Why are you opening your king? Because you are going after black's king. Queen d7, hit the pawn. How do you defend it? You don't. You defend it indirectly. King h1. You cannot take because knight takes pawn, and we have a discovered attack on the queen. The knight will also take the knight next. So black has no time to take the pawn. Rook d8. Knight e4, you still can't take it. Rook d1. Rook g1. And now knight b6. Black's pieces look like they're on optimum squares. But really, every time you get to a moment in a game, you ask yourself the question, now what? I mean, all these pieces look really good. Couple of bishops, they're defenders and attackers. 2 rooks in the center, perfect. Well, what is black's plan? Well, Magnus is going after the king with both rooks. g5 coming next. Black needs to get play on the left. a4. Take, knight a5. When I first saw this, I was thinking b4. No, that's a blunder. Bishop b3. You win the rook. So you have to take, and now knight a5. It turns out Nodirbek is creating counterplay. Knight and queen from the green and the blue arrows, you're attacking a4. But more importantly, you're going to win the rook. So rook g1. Magnus is going to move the rook anyway. Bishop d5. So one tactic to consider if knight takes a4. Hitting the bishop, you go g5. And if you take, do we take back? No, we just crash through, which is a motif we're going to see later on. Knight f6. Looks like we are getting checkmated. Black is getting mated, and now brilliant move here, knight e5. Absolutely brilliant move here. You're just totally crushing. You cannot take because it's just checkmate. Pause the video. You guys have 3 seconds. Where's the mate? Rook g8. just using the g8 square. So bear this motif in mind, we're going to see it later. In the game, black played bishop d5. g5, f5, got to lock it up. Where is white going with the knight? Retreat? Forward? Yeah, forward. No, back. Magnus actually went knight c3. This is tactical moment number 2. This move is actually possible. If you take, you go e4. No rush to open up the g file because it's going to open up anyway. Let's attack the bishop. If you take and the bishop moves, oh, here's tactic moment number 2. If bishop b3, you don't need to move the queen. You go take. Because black has no time to take the queen due to mate on the back again. So this is a recurring theme in this game. Magnus is going to find out a way to open up the king side, and it's going to be mate on the back. After knight f6 and then e4, take. There's just so much pressure. White is down a piece, so if black gets the knight in the game, great move, attacking and defending, knight g5. Take, and just like before, another motif. We're not going to take the knight, we're not going to waste time. Check. We want mate on g8. This is the key motif in the game. Let's hit the queen. Can't take the bishop. And here, brilliant moment. I couldn't believe this. That's why I wanted to go down this route. You go f7. You attack the rook and mate on g8, and you cannot stop both. Game over. Rook g8. There's no good way to stop it. So back to reality. Magnus didn't actually find this incredible move. Oh, imagine if he did. Knight back to c3, great move. So Magnus still goes for this e4 motif where he's trying to open it up. f4 is possible, just to lock it up for a move. But black takes on a4, take. Hit the queen, queen c3. Perfect. Perfect alignment of the bishop and queen. If we look at move 1, you already put the bishop there. It's now move 26. You are now lining it up with the queen. Hit the knight as well. It drops back, g6. One key moment here is actually you hit the rook first, and then you go knight c6. No. Knight c6 first, g6, knight d4, hit both. By the way, h6, knight g5 is the move. Take, check, that wins, this is the move. That first, bishop there is dangerous. You've always got rook h3 anyway. If you go g4, you still go rook h3. That's the thing. That is the thing. Just want to double check that. If g4, you go check. You go rook g4. Oh my gosh. Rook g4. Let's have a look at that and take. Bishop g4. Oh, you come round that way, I see. Then the queen comes here and then it's mate. Fine. Queen moves anywhere. Check. Mate. Wow. I just had to quickly check that. Now, back to the game. Knight d4, knight g5. Coming in. Sacrificing the bishop. Hitting both rooks and the queen. Check. The amazing thing is, this is the next tactical moment. There are just too many in this game. Queen c4. King is boxed in. It's all about the g8 square. Take. You take with check, but now what? If you go rook e7, it looks like the attack has stopped because after check you take. And black has an extra bishop, but you don't do this. You take this square. How many times have we seen it in this game? 4 times? And how many times have I said it? It's all about the g8 square. Queen is now coming in. In the other 2 lines, we looked at the fact that both rooks had the chance to come into g8. And there's no good way to block. If you do this, take. And we're going to see this very soon. Now back to reality. Magnus didn't find that. He went check. Take. If you don't take, you go queen here. And if you go here, this is the next tactical moment. I think it's moment number 5 or 6 by now. You go check. If you take, you go knight here and you win the queen. Incredible. If you take, well, you get a queen. You might swap queens off, you get a queen. Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Check. Take. Take. Rook and queen are under attack. Take. Intermezzo. Take the rook first. Promote. Take. Take. What do we have here? Time to block the g-file. But black does it the wrong way. Bishop g6. You block the g-file, but you do not close it. You had to go maybe f4, and then maybe bishop here. This is under attack. Still got some work to do. I mean, that's a threat. So this was a better chance for black. Now going back a few moves. Bishop g6. You block the g-file, but you do not close it. Take. Take. Ultimate pressure on the pawn. Bishop d3. Blunder. One option was rook d7, just trying to hold on, but after d4. You've got a perfect bishop in the center. By the way, that rook defends the pawn, which was attacked by that bishop. White's winning here. However, take, and a really cool finish. How do you take on g7? Is it the obvious move? No. The obvious move is not actually that good. If you do this, oops. This is a little bit of a problem. Oops. You have to block. And then you take, and then black's actually back in the game. Something like this. No. Don't play the obvious move. You go rook g7. And then Nodirbek, the top player from Kazakhstan, resigned. Because after take, go check. King moves. Bishop just slides back. It's just a normal discover check, as you can see from the blue arrow. Then you take the rook. Check. Check from the rook. And then you pick it up. Check. Black does get the rook back. But white is up a bishop after all this. Completely winning. What a fantastic attacking game by Magnus Carlsen. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this amazing attacking game?